Things are looking absolutely insane with AMC stock right now. At least we're in the green for today, but we have been on a roller coaster ride going as high as $72 per share just yesterday, dropping back down to as low as $35. We're seeing 50% swings happen in a matter of just a couple of hours, and everyone is asking, has the short squeeze happened? Where is AMC stock going to go? What is driving the crazy movements in the price today? And what is going on with these big institutions? Are they manipulating the price? What's going on with options? There's so much to cover. So in today's video, we're going to break down everything you need to know, starting off with what's going on with the AMC CEO, what he said the other day, which is a bit concerning. After that, we're going to go over some things with the short interest, with options, and we're also going to go over at the end of the video what one person said, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. But it's important to watch that part because it shows that how out of sync Wall Street is with AMC, with Wall Street bets, and with retail investors. They are not even on the same playing field as us anymore. So if you enjoy this sort of content on AMC, you are part of the AMC army. Well, then make sure to like the video down below, subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell notifications, and let's get right into it. AMC CEO came out earlier today on Thursday, late on Thursday, and said that they are urging shareholders to support plans to issue 25 million more shares. As a result of this, we saw AMC open up Friday morning, this morning, a little lower than people were expecting. It pretty much tanked after he said this. We saw it drop as low as $35 per share from a high of yesterday at $72 per share. And essentially what he was saying is that, look, what they're trying to do is they're raising more money. They need to raise more money, and without retail investors pushing the price up of AMC over the last couple of months, AMC would simply probably not even be around anymore. They might have gone bankrupt. So they're continuing to raise more money and taking advantage of this opportunity. And in the last week, AMC has sold 20 million shares in two separate deals. They raised $800 million in cash total. They sold about 8.5 million shares to Mudrick Capital, raising $230 million. They sold an additional 11.5 million shares just yesterday for $587 million. And now they're looking to raise and sell an additional 25 million more shares. So they're raising billions of dollars from what we are doing as retail investors, buying, talking, and just promoting AMC in general. After he said this, after he's been talking about them issuing new shares, he dropped another bomb. He just wrecked the stock and he said, look, this was yesterday. He said, when we're issuing new shares, you know what? We caution people against investing in our stock unless you're prepared to risk unless you're prepared to incur the risk of losing all or a substantial portion of your investment. Basically, don't invest, he's saying, because you have to be willing to lose everything. And that's obvious. He has to say that for compliance, regulations, things like that. And it's pretty obvious right now. Looking at AMC stock, the price right now, the market cap, it is not tied to fundamentals at all. Anyone who says it is doesn't know what they're talking about, because right now, according to fundamentals, AMC should be worth so much less. The business is struggling, things are going on. It's not in a great position, but that's not what's important. People who think that's important, they don't know what they're talking about, because that's not what's important right now. Yes, the market cap is $26 billion. Yes, the price is much higher than it should be, but that's not the point of this. The point of this is that right now, AMC and these meme stocks, they're taking advantage of what's going on between institutional investors and retail investors. And right now, AMC continues to have a very high short volume ratio, 17%, nearly 20%. So it's gone down a little bit from yesterday, but still 102 million shares was the short volume, which is crazy, essentially meaning that institutions are still betting big time against AMC succeeding. They are betting that it is going to drop real hard, real fast, but they're continuing to be wrong, because over the last week or so, AMC has caused them to lose about $4 billion. They're getting wrecked. They're just getting killed. And at this point, even though we're seeing the short volume decrease a little bit, people are asking, has the short squeeze happened? What's going on? And the bottom line is the short squeeze has not happened yet. We're seeing a gamma squeeze, but not a short squeeze. Right now, in order for us to see a short squeeze, we would have to see the short volume ratio drop from about 20% down to 10% overnight. overnight, instantly, because all these institutional banks would be covering their positions. And that's not what's happening. We saw this exact thing happen in January. Institutions back down, but they're not backing down this time. And so as a result of this, we're seeing, the price level off today, and it is right around that $52 per share. It is traded, relatively stable for the day. Not has been as volatile. It's been between 49 and at the high 57. Considering what it's done the last couple of days, that is nothing. It is just preparing itself, and it's getting ready, seeing what it's going to do over the next couple of days, consolidating a bit before potentially moving in another direction. Are we going to see the short squeeze happen? Are we going to see a drop? We don't know yet, but if it's institutions keep betting against AMC and retail investors hold strong, well, then it's very likely that we would see a short squeeze happen because they're losing billions and billions of dollars. In addition to this, right now, if you're looking on public.com, you can follow me, look at my portfolio where I talk about AMC. You get a free stock when you download it, up to $50. But you can see the popularity change of AMC over time has been decreasing. The highest it was just the other day, or just within the last week. It was the most talked about, at least on public investing, and this isn't sponsored by them or anything. I just like the app, but it was the most popular at that time. Now we're seeing the price, even though the price is up significantly, we are seeing that people are not as willing to just pour money into it as before. Just a couple of days ago, we were seeing options going crazy. We were seeing people, investing everything, have extreme FOMO, fear of missing out. But now at this point, people are waiting today. We're seeing it consolidate. That's why we're not seeing it as volatile today. And finally, Miller Tabak strategist, he says that what's going on right now is simply just not healthy with AMC. And I found this very funny because he says these moves are so dramatic. To be honest with you, I just think it's a sign of froth in a marketplace. We've seen a huge amount of liquidity that the Federal Reserve has provided over the last year, and they've been telling us more recently that they're going to taper back on that. He said this on CNBC earlier today. He goes on to explain how as that liquidity becomes less plentiful, some of these stocks that are trading far beyond their fundamentals are going to get killed, basically. And he says you can see the RSI chart for AMC, it's above 90, in the high 90s, and he says that should never happen. But again, this is the problem that we're seeing with institutional investors and retail investors. Institutional investors, people who are looking at the fundamentals, are like, this can't possibly happen. It's no way that AMC can go higher than it is. There's no way AMC could even reach what it's at right now, let alone $100 per share. But the problem is that's not what's important. Fundamentals are not important. You throw fundamentals out of the window in this scenario, and you look at the short interest, you look at the community behind it, you look at how many people are talking about it on social media. AMC has been trending multiple times, and you say, well, you have to throw out fundamentals and look. Community is pushing the stock. Retail investors want to get back at institutions, and as long as we're seeing this short volume ratio high, as long as we're seeing institutions continue to short, 102 million was the short volume, that is what you need to see in order for this price to continue going up. If we see people start to lose hope, start to lose confidence in it, well then people are going to sell off, take some profits, or maybe even sell at a loss, and we're going to see the stock tank. So it's all about that moving forward. Great news is we are seeing options traders cash in huge, big time on unusual volume with the stock. We had over 4.5 million contracts traded just the other day compared to the 90-day average, which was 650,000. So we almost 10x'd the typical option volume just yesterday. And out of this, the good news was 60% were calls, 40% were puts. So many people are betting on AMC continuing to do well over the next couple of days. And like I said, that's what we want to see the price go up to 100, potentially even go higher than $100 per share. Is we need to continue to see institutional investors short, which we are. We need to continue to see that short volume, the short interest stay high, which we are seeing. And also we need to see the community hold strong and the community continue to be invested, like to get into AMC no matter what's happening. And we've seen this multiple times. Bloomberg says it looks like an actual cult because people don't care about what's actually going on with the fundamentals of the company. They're investing in AMC just like they would invest themselves in a sports team. Like, you like a sports team, you want it to succeed, you watch it. You like AMC, you want it to succeed, you invest in it. They say it's the same sort of thing right now, and that is why we're seeing AMC do very well and why we could see it go even higher than where it is right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That's what's going on today, Friday, end of the week. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.